Good morning, everybody. We actually have news today on your daily crypto news. Today is Wednesday, March 6, 2024. My name is Matt. You can reach me at matt@dailycryptonews.net. So let's start off with Bitcoin. As we know, BlackRock, they have an ETF, and their ETF just keeps going up. What do I mean by that? Well, they just hit a new trading record for daily volume, and they closed at around $3.8 billion in volume. Their previous record was around $3.3 billion, and that was set last week. And because of that, Bitcoin touched a new all-time high. Well, it depends on the market, depends on the exchange, but it touched it and broke above $69,000 and then completely crashed. So RIP to all those people that bought the top in 2021 and were in profit for about 30 seconds before Bitcoin started to fall. Bitcoin went from $69,000 to around $60,000 in just 5 hours, plummeting around 12%. The common phrase is that bull markets climb a wall of worry. Looking at 2017, we had around 8 downturns of 25% or more on its way to an all-time high. So in 2017, from January 1st to an all-time high of $20,000 in December 17th, there were 13 corrections of 12% or more. And of those, 12 were 15% or more. And of those, 8 were more than 25%. That is common for Bitcoin. And so if we're looking at the last bull run in March 20 to around April 14th, 2021, when it climbed to around $65,000, there was around 13 corrections of 10% or more and 7 of around 15% or more. And so if you're new to this and you don't expect big downturns like that, then this is what's going to happen. We're all prepared for this. And to be honest with you, this last one from 69 to 60 was minor. And look, what happened is a lot of people said, hey, if this hits all-time high again, I'm going to get out. Or people that bought at all-time highs said, if this triggers and I'm break even, I'm going to get out. I don't want to be holding this volatile asset that went down to $17,000 after it hit a $69,000 all-time high. What was I thinking? And so all-time highs are just a hard thing to hold. But once you break through them, that's when we're off to the races. And Pomp went on TV, Anthony Pompliano, if you don't know, but Pomp went on TV, and Dylan LeClaire tweeted to confirm what Pomp said, a tweet about how long it took for Bitcoin to double in price after it broke its previous all-time high. So if we're looking back in March of 2013, it only took 18 days for Bitcoin to double in price. In November of 2013, after it broke its previous all-time high, it only took 10 days to double. March of 2017, it only took 84 days, which is quite some time, but 84 days to double in price. In December of 2020, it only took 18 days for Bitcoin to hit $20,000 and then pop up to 40. And so, are we on track for $150,000 Bitcoin in the next 18 days or so? If we hit it in 18 days, some people will be like Stilgar, looking at Muad'Dib saying, as it was written. And look, the markets are playing in our favor. Of the 10 Bitcoin ETFs, they had more than $10 billion in trading volume yesterday. And so with that crash and us plummeting back down to $60,000 in 5 hours, don't worry, we're back. We're at $67,000 today. Did you BTFD? Did you buy the F and dip? Did you see that Matic go down below $1? Did you see Bitcoin at 60 and scooped up some sats? I hope you did. Or more than likely, you did exactly what every other trader does that hasn't been in the space long enough to understand this, is you got scared and said, oh, it's over. It's not over. It is absolutely not over. This $60,000 might be the new floor after we break all-time highs. Kind of like the $17,000, almost the all-time high previously, was the new floor after we hit 69. Is 60 that new floor after we hit who knows how much? Well, it isn't a bull market unless Coinbase goes down. And why the hell does Coinbase keep going down? Well, if you ask Coinbase, here's what they say. They say Coinbase is on a mission to increase economic freedom for more than 1 billion people. We are encouraged by the excitement in the market, and we continue to double down on the capacity and resilience of our systems. Sounds like a bullshit corporate statement. And I don't know why, but once companies get so big, they just hire people just to write bullshit like this. This is such a regular development that many consider Coinbase crashes to be one of the signs of an official bull run. Like if you've been around, you know that this is so common that even if it goes down, we know it'll come back up. Hopefully when it comes back up, the price is back down and we could beat TFD because you're not selling because Coinbase is down. Now, obviously it's reasonable to assume that crypto-related services and infrastructure are strained during Bitcoin bull runs. There's like lots of trading, right? And lots of coins coming in and coming out of these exchanges. But widespread system outages like Coinbase's are uncommon. For example, if you look at their competitors like Kraken and Binance, they have incident reports, but they don't go down like that. Coinbase has around 110 million monthly active users. Binance is a little bit bigger, at around 128 million. And Kraken has around 9 million. But they're not going down like this. Marco from Whiteboard Finance, fellow Ohioan, he asked in a poll, Coinbase breaks twice in 1 week while Bitcoin starts ripping. Is this negligence or something more nefarious? And he had a poll, 4 choices: negligence, incompetence, nefarious, or all of the above. 14.3% said negligence. That's where I've fallen. I think that Coinbase got so big that it's all behind bureaucracy and HR and big teams thinking about buying this and board members and P&Ls and cost to profit ratios. And I think it's just negligence. They can definitely get more capacity. 18.4% says incompetence. They're definitely competent. They exactly know what the hell they're doing. They chose not to buy more capacity. 30.4% says nefarious. Now, I don't say it's nefarious because I don't know why they would do it. Why would they just have Bitcoin go down? And unless there's a way to manage and control their cold wallets or manage to control their finances themselves. But if that ever it gets found out, they will be in some serious problems. There will be a class action lawsuit. There will be fines from everybody. That's a threat to their business. That's a threat to their stock prices. That's a threat to everything that they've been building. So I just don't feel that it's nefarious. I feel that it's just plain negligence. And 36.9 says all of the above. Which, can you have negligence and incompetence and be nefarious at the same time? I don't think so. I think they're just trying to point something at Coinbase to say, hey, stop going down. Now, I know we're talking about Bitcoin quite a bit, but we also have to talk about Ethereum because Ethereum's ripping. Have you been paying attention? It's ripping. And it's ripping because I think everybody's expecting that Ethereum's going to get an ETF as well. Well, not quite now, though. There was a deadline to have the SEC decide if there's going to be an Ethereum ETF, and that was set for March 10th. And they said, yeah, we're going to delay that. And it's going to be delayed by 2 months. And there's a lot of ETFs being looked at right now. There's a VanEck, an ARK, obviously, a Grayscale, Invesco, Galaxy, iShares by BlackRock, Fidelity, and they all are chomping at the bit to get this Ethereum ETF. Well, there's a final deadline now slated. After the first deadline passed in November, the second in December, the third in March, which they just delayed basically all of them because they know they're not going to make a decision. And the final deadline is now in May. So we're going to figure out if we're going to get an Ethereum ETF. And because of that, my opinion is that's why Ethereum is ripping. And it's ripping past $3,800. First time since December of 21. So again, I will ask you, did you beat TFD? And let me ask you another question, which you can email me at matt@dailycryptonews.net. Where's the limit of ETFs? I mean, if we have Bitcoin ETF and then they say you can get an Ethereum ETF, can the 2.3 million cryptos out there all apply for an ETF if they have relationships with BlackRock? Is that going to be the end result? Let me know what you think. Well, there are teams that are trying to make it easier for people to buy crypto. And this is going to be the Revolut ramp, because Revolut teams up with MetaMask to allow Revolut's 40 million users to buy cryptocurrencies and deposit them directly into MetaMask wallets. And MetaMask also has 30 million users. So users can now purchase 20 cryptocurrencies and dump them straight into their MetaMask wallets, including Ethereum, USDC, SHIB, and I assume Bitcoin, even though it wasn't mentioned in this article. Kind of weird. And you could do this for a small fee, apparently. A small fee. And finally, if you live in Nigeria, I'm sorry, but your Naira to crypto exchange pairs are done if you're trading on Binance. They will delist your NGN spot trading pairs by Thursday, March 7th. And so you're advised to withdraw, trade, or convert your NGN assets into crypto before the services discontinue. Any remaining NGN balances in user spot or funding wallets will be converted to USDT on Friday, March 8th. So if you have that fiat in there, I mean, you really don't have to do anything. They'll convert it. But if you want to make sure that that fiat is aping into some cryptos, you better do that now. The thing is, I was just thinking, what if you want to get your fiat into Binance to buy some cryptos, you better do it ASAP. However, remember, this is going to be your off-ramp too. So yeah, you might have USDT, but can you take that USDT and turn it back to fiat so you can do things in the real world, if you will? But if I know anything about places like Nigeria, there are definitely under the collar dealers with stacks of fiat ready to allow you to send them their USDT, and they'll give you a stack of cash for it. So there's definitely a market. There's definitely a black market for this. So I wouldn't worry too much. Obviously, if you're in Nigeria and you're thinking about taking that as financial advice, just remember that I'm sitting here in Ohio. So yeah, probably not the best person to take advice from in Nigeria. Just FYI. Let's get into those crypto prices.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
And the time is 10:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Extreme Greed. We're at 86, and Bitcoin's in at $65,944. It's down 1% since I started the show. Like, look, I started the show, a half hour ago recording this? And it just dropped from 67 to 65. Whatever. Ethereum's at $3,774, down that's 1.6% in an hour. It's 1.2 in 24. Tether's number 3, Binance is at 418, down 0.3% in 24, and Solana is down 7.8% in 24 at 127. Remember, everything is still green on the week. I just want everybody to realize that, even though we have a little pullback today. Running off the top 10, we have XRP, USDC, Cardano, Dogecoin is it's having a hard time here. It's down 16% in 24 hours. It's at 15.8 cents. And SHIB is down around 17.5% in 24. It's still in the number 10 spot. The total market cap is down 2.7% at $2.5 trillion. The 24-hour volume is up around 33%, by the way. Bitcoin dominance is 52.6 and ETH dominance of 18.4. That was our show today. My name is Man. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, happy hodling, everybody.